Okay, so...
Amazing. So, slightly giddy start, as always.
Yeah.
On to our third round of guests now.
Third round of guests for today. If you'd like to introduce yourselves.
My name's Peter Abbott. I'm currently the Deputy Team Manager for Fostering Families in Bath.
Thank you.
And my name is Elaine, and myself and my partner Ali, we've been fostering for coming up 11 years and fostering families for 2.
Oh, amazing. Thank you so much for joining us. So we are spending kind of this podcast looking at all the different types of fostering and support for children and young people across Bath and North East Somerset. And I know one of the questions that we have straight away is, could you tell us more about fostering families? Because we think it is quite specific and quite unique to the B&NES area.
Yeah, it is. We've been running for coming up to 5 years now, Fostering Families. But Bath is currently the only local authority that are doing this project at the moment, which is great. It's, in principle, it's actually quite simple. Yeah. It is trying to find carers who can support families with the children still living at home. So this is preventative. It's prior to children coming into care, with the aim of keeping children at home with their families if possible, or as is the case with Elaine and Ali, actually post-reunification, so when the children have gone back home. And it's providing somewhere around 15 to 20 hours a week of support for this family, one family for one carer, one fostering family's carer, and that is for a minimum of 2 years. So we want that relationship to last for a minimum of 2 years, and it could be for longer. We've been running for, I said, coming up to 5 years. We've got families that we've been working with for over 3, as kind of coming up to 4 years for kind of how long they've had our input and our support.
So this is around supporting children to continue to live within the family home, and also children that have returned to the family home. Yeah. Amazing.
Yeah.
And Elaine, how have you and your partner kind of found that difference between caring for a child in your home and then caring for a child in their home?
Well, it was quite an organic process for us, really. It was a little bit different because we started with fostering the baby, as he was at the time, and he stayed with us for 7 months. So as you can imagine, a bond is grown between us. But also what was very clear from the beginning at family time, the mother was she attended every single family time, and you could see that she loved her child. And so when he went home, we helped him to go back home, which is over a period of about six weeks, I think it was, slowly. We obviously, a relationship started growing with the mother and the little boy's sister. So we weren't really thinking of fostering families at the time. In fact, we didn't know about it then. Yeah. What we were keen to do was to make sure that the baby got home safe, everybody was well, and I happened to mention to the mum, do you think that when he's home we could keep in touch, maybe let us know how he's getting on, a few photos, that kind of thing, because we'd fallen in love with him. He's adorable. And she cried actually, and she said, I'm so glad you said that, because there's obviously he loves you and I can see what you feel for him. So her family were very much here for her, and she felt that would be a good thing. So we kept in touch, and we, sent photographs and we met up sometimes as well. And then speaking to the fostering families team, we'd sort of been doing that for about a year, and the mum had mentioned that she was going to be getting a fostering families person, and we said, oh, well, hello.
Yeah.
How about we do it? And so it was Anna at the time and Peter, and they said, well, let's do it. So that's what we did. So it all felt very natural,
very
how we went into it. Yeah, it was brilliant.
It was, because not all of our fostering families carers are foster carers. In fact, we have 14 fostering families carers approved at the moment, and I think off the top of my head, only 3 of them are actually foster carers.
Okay, yeah.
Because it is a separate role.
It is.
And you can do both at the same time, but often fostering families is, it appeals to people who maybe don't have a spare room or they're not able to do fostering at the moment.
Yeah.
But actually, in this case, it was such an organic relationship that had already built, which is what we want. We want it to be a real relationship between the parents and the fostering family's carers, and that's what had developed.
Yeah.
And it made perfect sense to transition Elaine and Ali into that role.
Yeah.
So they had to be assessed to be fostering families carers, but that was
That felt a bit weird.
Yes.
Yeah.
But it was different, and it's about that making sure that you got the right match, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
But our match was already there, really. So yeah, it felt very natural.
It sounds like you say, that the work that you were doing as part of the reunification, which is helping the child to return home, and then the moving into fostering families, like you say, it was just the perfect combination
Yeah.
for everybody.
Yeah.
What is the role of a within why have I forgotten the name of it?
Fostering families.
Fostering families.
That's right,
Thank
no
you.
worries.
Literally just fell out of my head. What is the role of a kind of fostering families? You've talked about kind of maybe 15, 20 hours a week. What might that look like? What might you be doing?
Yeah, what does it look like
Well,
for
what
you?
we do is we support the mother
Yeah.
so that she can go to work. So she's a personal trainer,
Right.
and so that enabled her to be able to do hours because the baby's not quite at school yet.
Yeah.
I say baby's turning 4 soon. And we support her in that way. But also because the boys that we've got in our care, they get on really well with them as well. So we
Yes.
do activities together, we go places together, we do things together, and that's supporting her because she's a single parent. So it empowers her really to be able to go out and do those things with her children that she wants to do.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Amazing. So it might be around having the child in your home, but
Yeah.
it might also be around going into the child's home and the parent's home.
Yeah.
Kind of day trips, going out, supporting with work, or maybe supporting with school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
priority is what is it that the parents want
Yes.
and need.
Yeah.
And there's a distinction there between what does the parent want and need and what do the social work team want and need
Yeah.
for that family and for
Okay.
that child. The priority is what is the parents' priority for their
Yeah.
lives, for the support that they're going to be accessing.
Yeah. So she's really able now to do the things that she possibly couldn't do while she was on her own.
Yeah.
So she's not got a wide network of support around her. So that's where we step in, and sometimes it's a lot of the times it's communicating with her when she feels down, or if she's got a problem, just she can sound off at me.
Nice.
And we can just talk it through, because when you haven't got that, it's hard, isn't it?
It's really interesting. We talk a lot about support, don't we?
We do.
And support for foster carers from social workers and their village. But actually, we don't. With this, it's kind of like the other angle as well. Is the support for sort of those parents and their children to actually make that relationship work, and you to be there
Yeah.
for them in that way.
But there's nothing nicer and fulfilling for us to be able to be part of a team that helps a family stay together. It's so rewarding. I gave up my business this year to put more into this because it's just the right thing to do. And I was really nervous about doing this podcast, as I said to you at the beginning. I would always refuse, but this is such an important, rewarding thing for people to do that I thought I absolutely have to come on and say this.
I love it.
Yeah.
And then actually, so taking you back to like the start of your journey, what made you sort of take that jump? Why did you choose your local council and from there?
The start of the journey of fostering?
Let's
or-
go fostering and then fostering.
Oh, fostering.
Yeah.
Well, I was telling somebody from Southwest outside actually that my partner and I wanted to adopt initially, but we hadn't been together too long. So they said, well, why don't you try fostering? And we're like, I don't know, I don't want to give them back. Well, they don't go back really, do they? We regularly have phone calls and FaceTime and things like that. So we did it. We sulked about it for a bit, and then we thought, actually, no, there's so many kids out there that need good homes. Let's just do it. So we did, and we just didn't look back. We took in teenagers initially, and it's hard. It's hard, but they're great. Don't ever be put off
not by
a
teenagers.
Yeah.
No.
That's a recurring theme actually, this podcast,
It
isn't it?
is. It has been, absolutely. There's a number of recurring themes. It's been about teenagers. It's been about the village and the support for the child and the relationship with the birth family. And I think that has really come across in everyone that we've spoken to from B&NES, is the importance of the family.
Yeah, my son was 6 when we started to do this, and my partner and I couldn't have any more children, so we felt that we had room, to accommodate children and bring, help bring them along. And he'll say, he's 17 now, and he'll say, it's the best thing we did. It gave him such an insight to real life, and for him to appreciate what he's got, and what other people don't have, and to make a difference and be part of it. So rewarding.
Yeah.
Has he noticed the difference between fostering and fostering families?
Well, he's a teenager, and so there's a lot of noise in the house, especially at the weekend when the children come round. So the door tends to be shut. But they wander in sometimes and they're knocking, go and sit, and you can tell he loves it, absolutely loves it. And he's got such admiration for my partner and I for doing it.
Yeah. I think it's absolutely fantastic, like you say, that you focused on what the child that you've been caring for is needed, and that's kind of how you've moved into fostering families. But I think the approach that Bath and North East Somerset have around supporting the family, supporting the child, supporting the parent, but also what I picked up from you there, Elaine, was also the support when they return home or after they're 18.
Oh, yeah.
That continued support and that continued connection.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, for us, it's lovely.
Yeah.
Because it's evidence that we've done something right.
Yeah.
And they don't always leave on good terms. Sometimes, they don't. But as they get older, they realise, that something good came from it, and they do reach out. Not all the time, but it's lovely when they do.
Yeah.
I think there's a culture thing as well in B&NES about taking that approach of understanding the challenges that families have faced and the importance of family for young people when they're in care and when they leave care, whether that's when they leave care as children going back home or leaving care because they've turned 18 or transitioned out into their own kind of independent place. Their family actually is really important to them.
Yeah.
And that culture has to come from the top down, and that's what we've been lucky to have in B&NES. Without that, fostering families wouldn't exist. One of the core pillars to it being established was senior managers who were willing to be creative, take risks, and understood that supporting families was an absolute priority. And then I think that does feed into other areas as well of fostering, of reunification, of the type of family support that's offered in all areas.
Absolutely. It's almost like there's no kind of wrong door. There is something for every child or family that they may need, whether that's short-term care, whether that's family link, fostering families, continued support after they turn 18, keeping children and families together, or helping the reunification. And I think that's been really clear to see with everyone that we've spoken to so far from B&NES.
Definitely.
So what are the requirements for somebody thinking about approaching to do fostering families?
The only requirements are that they are able to offer at least 15 hours a week.
Yeah.
And it's really flexible as to what those hours are. Yeah. We don't ask carers to complete time sheets.
Yeah.
They're not asked to evidence their 15 hours as long as they can make 15 hours available.
Yeah.
Then it comes down to matching. So when they're available, might be around other part-time work, might be around their own families and childcare responsibilities. We can work with that. We can do our best to find a family that will need the support that carer can offer them. So that's the only requirement really, and then we will, through the assessment process, figure out if someone has in the right kind of skills and experience to offer, because they will need a degree of experience, but not in the same way as foster carers who are taking on the full responsibility, and that they're literally delegated the parental responsibility for a child. So it's a different role in that sense, in that the parents are still the parents, and you are there to support the parents to be the best parents they can be to their children. And you'll get to know the children to build a relationship, but it is the relationship between the fostering family's carer and the child that is the intervention. That is the relationship is what is important there.
Yeah.
So as long as you're up for doing that, you have the time that you can make available, you can offer. That's the only requirement, really.
Amazing. Okay, thank you.
What would you say then? No, I'll say off that. What would you say to someone who is considering it, maybe doesn't feel fostering is right for them now, but family link?
Fostering families.
I've done it as well.
We've done it as well. We've got so many fosterings.
What would you say to someone considering fostering families then, who maybe has thought about fostering for a little while, isn't sure now's the right time? And this is a question for both of you, because I think it'd be quite different things. I'd be interested in what you both say. So yeah, Peter, if you want to go first.
Sure.
Yeah.
I would say my biggest thing actually would be, don't come into fostering families expecting to change anyone.
Okay.
It can be very easy to think, I can go and I can change someone and make them into a better parent. That's not what we're looking for. We're looking for someone to build a relationship. If change will happen, it will come naturally. Yeah. But all we want is people who are willing to develop real organic relationships with someone who will be in a difficult situation. So there'll be challenges, but that's what we want from our carers.
Building that connection and again expanding that parent or that child's village.
Yeah.
We talk about it. It's the theme throughout so many
really
of our
is, yeah.
podcasts. It really is.
And the idea of
growing the
belonging.
village.
Andrew Turnell often talks about belonging and the importance of belonging. Actually, that we are creating belonging.
Yes.
In many ways, we're fabricating it initially. We're creating it from nothing, but then we want it to become real.
Yeah.
We want it to become something.
And become organic, like you talked about, Elaine.
And it's amazing to see the changes when you can build that relationship with somebody. It empowers them to be their best self. And if you can keep a family together, it's awesome.
Absolutely.
So if you've got that time and you've got that empathy and use your support network, go to your meetings, which I've only been to one, I know. I've been busy. But go to your support groups, talk to other carers, use your social worker, and you won't look back. If you can do it, do it. It's amazing.
Yeah. And so fostering families might work for somebody who's really wanting to foster, but maybe doesn't have a spare room at the moment. Yeah. It might be they are able to offer those kind of 15 hours. There's all those different kind of options that are available.
And like you say, like if someone works, they can fit it around their work, brilliant. It's like a lot more flexible.
It's so flexible. Yeah.
Well, thank you both so much for joining us.
Amazing, thank you guys.
We've absolutely loved hearing about it. And then we are going to move on to our final guest. Yeah, our final guests.
Yeah.
So we will join them now.
Yeah, thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us. Thank you.
Amazing. So we've had a really amazing time with our first three sets of guests.
Yes.
From B&NES. So it's been brilliant. Thank you for joining us so far. So we are on to...
We're on to our fourth guest that are joining us today. So if you would like to introduce yourselves and tell everybody who you are and what role you have within B&NES.
We're Dee and Martin Cale, and we are the Home Hub carers for the Mockingbird in B&NES, the first one.
Amazing. The first constellation in B&NES.
First constellation.
Yeah.
We're pioneers.
You are?
Yes.
Trailblazers.
When did you launch?
We seem to be setting the thing for first, because we was the first people on a boat to foster as well.
Yes.
Oh, okay. I haven't heard this story, but I've been told to ask you. Yeah, please, could you start with your journey into fostering first, and then we will come on to Mockingbird?
Yes. So, about 4.5 years ago, we decided to become foster parents.
Yeah, we talked about it for quite some time.
And we wasn't too sure we could do it, living on a boat. And the lovely Andy came round and visited us.
Yes. Yeah, part of Fostering Southwest team now.
Andy's now in our team,
And we couldn't get rid of him.
I know what you mean.
Yeah, we've got the same problem now, it's fine.
Yeah, it's fine.
We found him when we were away on our honeymoon as well, didn't we? Because we went to Scotland for our honeymoon and we drove up, so we had all that time to discuss what we were going to do. And I was like, I'm just going to phone now and find out. And he's like, can I come around now? And I'm like, well, we're in Scotland at the moment. We'll do it next week.
We had a few little things to do for privacy for the children, but it wasn't too much really.
No.
And the children we did have on the boat loved it.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
bet.
yeah.
Yeah.
So different.
Yeah, and I'd teach them all to swim. Yeah,
Yes.
it's surprised how many children nowadays don't know how to swim.
Yeah.
It was it was nice. Tricky at times
Yeah.
on the boat with flooding, because where we were on the river during the winter, the boat would rise and fall with the weather. And I think there was twice where we had to go, we can't really go on the boat.
So we stayed in the hotel?
On the hotel or at an approved friend's house. And made that a little adventure as well.
Yeah.
I love
But worked really well. Then we
Yeah,
outgrew
kids loved
it.
it. Yeah. One of the children we had so much stuff. Yeah.
It was a tiny room, and the teen was just growing as teens do, and there wasn't room. So we decided to move to a house
Yeah.
Yeah.
and have an extra bedroom and foster 2 young people. So we helped a young person transition to adulthood.
We've helped with the baby.
And
She's had a
she's had a
baby.
baby, and we look after her.
So I still
and-
support them now.
and the baby, and the boyfriend.
Yeah.
That's really lovely.
Yeah.
And then our young person who was with us went back to family, and the 18-year-old moved out and on her own journey with her little baby, and we decided we'd become we'd applied to become the home carers.
Yeah.
Which we
Actually,
did.
it sounded like right up our street.
Yeah.
Because we like to help people as much as we can, and being the home care,
Yeah.
we can do that.
Yeah.
So it's
You're helping multiple carers and multiple children, aren't you?
yeah.
We went through a bit of a tricky time when our previous foster person went home.
Yeah.
It was not as clear cut a situation as it could be, and it was a bit tricky for us.
Yeah.
And we felt that our knowledge and support would have been it would have been really helpful if we'd have been in something like Mockingbird at the time, which really pushed us to go, actually, do you know what, it's nice to talk to other foster carers
And people who's been through it.
and other people that have been through similar experiences.
Yeah.
So just quickly then, before we go into it proper, for people who've not heard much about Mockingbird or don't know too much about it, would you like to tell us a little bit more about what the Mockingbird scheme is?
Yeah. Do you want to?
So basically, it's if you can think that they say it takes a village to bring up children, and you look at us as the grandparents. So we do grandparenting things.
Nice.
We have them as stayovers. We take children to school. We have them over for days. If the parents need to go to work and the children don't go to school yet, we'll have them over to our house so the parents could go to work.
Yeah.
And anything that a grandparent do, that's where we fit in, really.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Love that.
We assist with other things on top, like if they want us to go to meetings with them or
Yeah. Maybe training.
Yeah. We have 2 coffee mornings at our house, mainly at our house a month. Where we get at the moment we've mainly been getting everybody to know each other.
Yeah, they come over and eat all my bacon.
Yeah, they come over and eat bacon sandwiches
Nice.
and we talk but we are going to be introducing more training into those as well, and just talking about more specific things rather than just having a general chit chat. But we have 2 a month, so we can save 1 for chit chat and 1 for a bit training.
But you need to build those relationships.
Yeah.
That's
you know,
right.
you're
It's really
forming.
important first. So, and then we also have at least once a month we have a get together with the whole constellation, and we go and do something fun that the kids will enjoy.
The last one we done was swimming. We all went swimming. Well, the ones that could, that was.
Yeah.
So through the summer holidays, we've tried to do something every week on different days, so that because summer holidays are a long time, aren't they? And everybody gets stuck with things to do. So at least once a week we could go, we'll do this.
And it's a good excuse to go and do kiddie things, isn't it?
We like
Yeah, exactly. Relive it. It's absolutely that. Yes.
We got a young child, we can go and do that. This
Yeah, going to the park.
Yeah.
All the fun stuff. I think we went. Where did we go? Did we go to the zoo as well, or was that my
to the zoo.
imagination?
Yeah.
We've gone and done. Yeah, we've tried to do lots of different
Old
things.
Towers, but that was only a couple of us that went.
Yeah, that wasn't really everybody.
Yeah.
So we try and do. We try and include. So even if we're planning on going and doing something, with maybe one of them that are with us for stay over, then we try and include everybody and go, right, we're going here, would anybody else like to come?
Because we got such a big range. We got children from 2 up to like 18.
Okay.
So trying to cover everybody
Yes.
on one day. So,
Yeah. Quite
so
difficult.
it's like this time it's aimed towards these children,
Yeah.
and next time it's aimed towards those children.
Yeah.
And we try to even it out. So it's
Yeah.
and trying to get 10 families in the same place on the same day is
the same
hard
time.
work sometimes.
But I bet you also find though that some of the older ones still want to join in on some of the maybe
They do.
younger
Well, they
activities.
say they don't want to, but they get there
They
and
do,
they're
don't
like,
they?
they come
Yeah.
out their skin.
There's one particular girl who every time goes, oh, this is going to be boring. And then by the end of it, she's like, oh, I enjoyed this and I enjoyed that
Yeah.
and I enjoyed the other. And it's like, yeah, see, that's teens for you.
Yeah.
Oh, so could you tell us a little bit more about what we've got on the table?
Yeah.
So we had our launch party recently.
Yeah.
Although we started in April, a couple of weeks ago, we had our launch party because, as we said, trying to get 10 families together, even just on a weekend. So we decided to wait until the summer and have a nice little launch party.
Yeah.
And as one of the activities we had some birdhouses and some birds to represent Mockingbird. And our young people all painted, a particular young lady painted a birdhouse, and then these are various ones that the young people painted, all their little birds, which is...
We did have a big pile, but most of the children have taken theirs own now.
Yeah.
Oh, little
It's
yeah.
really
keepsakes.
nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we've been trying to make sure they get back to them, but this is what we've got left. So we thought, we'll make sure we can bring these in.
So if you
Nice.
star in ones for today, it's really
Yeah.
nice.
And show them off because they're really
They're
nice.
They are.
Beautiful.
Nice and colourful.
And they're just so different as well, aren't
They
they?
are as well,
It-
which
yeah.
represents children because they're also
Exactly.
different. You know?
Yeah. And I also understand that maybe, so we've not introduced Forrest yet.
No.
So Forrest has come along and joined Hope Bear, our little Ray. And he was at your launch party as well, I understand.
He was,
Yes,
yes.
yeah.
Yes. So Forrest is the kind of the mascot
Yeah.
for Bath and North East Somerset. I've absolutely fallen in love with him. He's just so cute.
What kids don't like dinosaurs?
Oh, I know.
And
Well,
21-year-old.
adults.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
All ages.
So there could be some joint adventures of Ray and Forrest around the southwest
Ray and
coming
Forrest,
up.
yeah, on their journeys, on their travels.
But it was interesting, taking you back to start the conversation around the houseboat. It was really interesting what you said about sort of that, because I think we met to talk about another piece of work, didn't we? And
Yeah.
you told me a bit
Yes.
about your journey then. And actually, I was at an event the weekend after, and someone came up being like, I would love to foster, but live on a boat. And I was like, funny you say that. Yeah.
It
and
can
then-
be done.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
can be done. And led to them inquiring, and it's
Yeah.
really interesting to see actually everyone's fostering journey looks so different.
It does.
And each part of it, every child's different, every foster care, every adult's different. It's so interesting to hear sort of how you guys started and sort of to where you are now.
Yeah.
If not sure, ring up and ask.
Yeah.
Best way to do it.
It is, isn't
That's-
it?
And that's
Yeah.
what we done in the end, and we was able to do it.
Which is great because
Yeah.
it's changed our lives and we haven't looked back,
Yeah.
really. I mean, there's the odd day where you're like, I'm tired and maybe, but on the whole...
Like 5:30 this morning.
Like at 5:30 this morning, you know, but that's normal life, isn't it?
Yeah.
But absolutely love it.
And there's all types of fostering for everybody, really, you know, depending on what your individual circumstances are.
You get so much out of it seeing the kids blossom. Yeah.
Yeah, it's surprising how many people, when you say, to somebody and they ask you what you do and you say, we're foster parents, and they're like, I wish I could do that. And it's like, well, you can.
Yeah.
Why can't you? I always come back with, well, why can't you?
Yeah.
Rather than well, you should, or you know, because it makes them think then, actually. That's a good point.
Yeah. I mean, there's lots of other stuff you can do apart from being a foster parent.
Yeah.
You can just look after children on weekends and stuff like that.
Well,
you
Start
can.
with-
You're still a foster parent,
Yeah,
aren't
yeah.
you? Just
But-
not full
but I
time.
mean full-time.
Yeah.
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 So there's many ways you can help
Many
because
ways.
there's plenty of children that needs foster families out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Yeah.
It feels like the children are at the centre of everyone that we've spoken to
Yeah.
Oh
today.
God, yeah.
But absolutely at the centre of your Mockingbird
Yeah,
constellations.
yeah. It's all about children.
Yeah, we love
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just love the diversity that we have with ours. So like one weekend we can be, like last weekend I was at Avon Valley with one of the toddlers.
Yeah.
And then the weekend before, we spent most of the weekend down our local skate park with one of the teenagers, because that's what they
Amazing.
want to do.
Yeah.
And it's all these different things you get to do all the time, and it makes life less boring.
Yeah.
And it's new experiences for you guys as well. Like you say, like you learn things like you never think of. We spoke to Joe in our first podcast, and he was like, I've learned to paint my nails. I've learned Bluey, the words to the Bluey theme tune and that.
Oh,
you
I
never
love
would
the
have.
theme tune. I like Bluey.
It's like a horror movie, isn't it?
We also, one of them did learn to skateboard.
Yeah, we did.
we?
And obviously the John Lewis Christmas ad a few years
Yes.
ago. Yeah.
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 It's very true, I think, because fostering, you pick up new skills,
Oh,
whether that is, nail painting or, learning about attachment.
Yeah.
Is,
And getting involved with the children makes you feel a bit younger as well.
I had one of the pre-teens the other week when they were staying with us. We were sat around the breakfast table talking, and he was talking about anime and going to different conventions. And he said, "Have you ever been?" And I said, "Oh yeah, well we went with one of our previous foster children
Twice.
I said, actually, we went twice. He said, did you dress up? I said, well, of course we're going to dress up.
Yeah.
So I said, what we dressed up as after because I couldn't remember. But anyway, we got there in the end. And he was like, oh, my God, you're so cool. I'm like, really? I've never been called by anybody. That's like a major shock.
And we had a good laugh, didn't we?
Yeah.
It was a good bit of fun. Yeah.
how many foster carers have you got in your constellation?
We've got 10.
You've got 10
Oh,
families.
we've got 10 families.
Wow.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, some of them are couples and some of them are single
carers, yeah.
Yeah.
So you've got all ages as well.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
from 2 up to 18.
Yeah.
Well,
we got
under
we got some that's one that's leaving us very shortly because he's going to university.
which is amazing.
Oh
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Yeah. So he rides a motorbike and he's been wanting to meet me because obviously the 19-year-old don't want to come and stay with some old fogey, do they? So I did say he wants to see me motorbike. So before he goes, I'm going to go over on my motorbike so he can see my motorbike because he's got his own motorbike.
Oh.
And so I'm going to go over there before he leaves and have a talk to him and wish him good luck.
Amazing. Oh, congratulations to them on their university journey. Wonderful. What are some of the things that you've maybe learnt about yourselves as being hub home carers?
I think how organised I thought I was is not as organised as I need to be.
Yeah.
I feel that.
Yeah.
I was an admin assistant in my previous job, and I've been in admin all my life, and I like to think that I'm hyper organised, and I'm not. I thought I was. Apparently, I'm not.
Children are good at testing you.
Yeah, it's just and just like trying to keep up with like all the paperwork and all the things that go around it, rather than just once you've focused on the child and they're gone, you're like, oh, I'm exhausted. So although I try and set aside times to do all these things, sometimes it does fall through the cracks. Yeah, but
because every time we have
that's what I've learned.
a child change, the whole bedroom's got to be cleaned from top to bottom. All the bedding's got to be changed.
Yeah.
And when you get a different child every day, there's a lot of cleaning in that.
Yeah. Well known at the washateria down the road. So regular again. Lots of changes.
Yeah.
And what's next for your constellation then? What have you got planned coming up?
What have we got planned? We've got coffee morning tomorrow.
Tomorrow morning,
Nice.
yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
Bacon
tomorrow-
sandwiches.
Well,
bacon
bacon
sandwiches
sandwich
because
morning
it's
should be
lunchtime.
called, yeah.
So
Yeah. I will be there.
We'll see them.
The next big thing we've got coming up is the end of September, where it's run by the Fostering Network.
Yeah.
Cool.
And they're getting everybody, well, I say everybody, a number of constellations from the area together to go to Longleat. So our constellation is going with that.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Can't wait.
Yeah,
Love
so
Longleat.
Oh,
you're looking
brilliant.
forward to that. I can't go, but
Yeah.
Martin will be, and I think pretty much all of our constellation.
Yeah.
So that will be amazing. So they get to go to Longleat and then do some activities arranged by the Fostering Network while we're there.
And I told Dee I'll send her lots of photos. Make her
Jealous.
jealous.
Amazing.
Yeah, I'm a bit jealous. I've got family stuff, but it's it'll be good.
We like Longleat because last year we had a season ticket so we can go as many times as we want. So every time we had the child with us, we could take them to Longleat. And and this year we've got a ticket where we can go to all the
Merlin.
the Merlin place, so we can
yes.
go to all the Merlin places. So if we got a child with us, we can take them to there. So,
Be good.
And support for you as hub home carers. You know, you're supporting 10 families. What's the support like for you guys as hub home carers, and specifically in B&NES?
Amazing. We have a liaison worker. She's more than a liaison worker because she's our supervising social worker as well. She's always there at the end of the phone when we need her. As is the rest of the team, actually, to be fair.
We've always found them really helpful, haven't we?
Yeah, if we need support, it's only a phone call away.
Yeah.
And there are, that's what I can say about the team, really. I mean, and although we are the grandparents, there is support from each other within our hub.
Yeah.
Within
It's not
our
one way.
constellation as well. It's not all one way.
No.
Yeah.
So, you know, there are times when, if we've had a long weekend with a young person or a tricky time with a young person, then there's always somebody to just kind of go, oh, that was a long weekend, or that was a trying day, or that was a...
Well done.
or actually that went really well today, and we did this. And so there's support from within our constellation and from without our constellation as well. Yeah.
Wow.
The little wins are good to celebrate with the constellation.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for joining us. I think it's been wonderful to hear about. I love the fact that it's a new constellation and it sounds really exciting. I think the way that you talk about
We're
it.
still finding our feet with it.
Absolutely. But I think, you know, it's probably the plan in B&NES to maybe expand and maybe have additional constellations.
I talk to every foster carer I talk to, I mention it and they go, oh God, I wish I was in that. And and me being in it, part of it, when I was a foster, I wish I was in one as well, because it does take a lot of strain off of you some days.
I think B&NES are looking to do more, which is good because there's lots, and because we're in contact with lots of different ones throughout the southwest as well, which is really nice. When we've got like a hub homey question that we want to ask somebody, I can go in our little group chat. But
at least new people coming into it know there's support there for them, and
we can tell them what not to do.
Absolutely.
It's that village, isn't it?
It's the village.
The village,
We've talked about it, and I think it's been the theme throughout our entire episode. The village, the child at the centre of everything, and that actually, if anyone is thinking about fostering, there is something there, no matter what your circumstances. So give us a call. We can absolutely help talk people through that are interested in fostering. We can help put you in contact with people that are maybe currently doing the role that you're thinking of doing. Maybe it's within a Mockingbird constellation, or being, fostering family or family link. We can put you in contact there. But it's been really amazing, hasn't it? Being on a kind of a road show, focusing on one particular local authority and hearing more about kind of actually how fostering is within their service.
Definitely getting under the skin of life in Bath and North East Somerset, and hearing more about the stories. And actually, like we've said, there's been some really lovely common threads which sort of emanated from the culture within the service around that respect and wanting to do more for children, offer different things that maybe actually we don't see elsewhere, and we are hoping sort of to go wider and look and see what we can do there as well.
And I think this is just the tip of the iceberg in fostering with a local authority.
Definitely.
Within a local authority, that support that runs all the way through, and it's the same kind of support and ethos and training that is for the child's social care team, the fostering family social care team, the birth family social care team. It is the same, and it's that process, the same process for everyone, really. Definitely. It's the same ethos.
And fostering is together. That's sort of the take-home message
together.
of everything, isn't it? Like, everything we do is fostering together is the journey.
And we have a lot of fun. It can be hard work some days, but we have a lot of fun.
We do.
Love that. Well, we will end there.
We'll end there.
It can be a lot of fun. It have some difficult days, but it was a lot of fun. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you both. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
No problem. Thank you.